coffee roast.
Today you're going to get ohmed on the Phobia RDA by Vandy Vape.
Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome to SpitBack. My name's Nathan.
And I'm Dave.
And today we are going to be doing a full review on the Phobia RDA, which was given to us by one of our viewers. We're going to be going into this completely blind, which was requested by this viewer. We don't know anything about it besides what we see here. It's Vandy Vape Phobia RDA. We're going to be doing a build on there. We're going to be, putting some juice in there and testing her out.
Now, the name sounds familiar, but we did not look up any information on this, any other reviews. We're
completely blind.
Going in completely blind on this one.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Without further ado, let's get into the close-up and start building on this sucker. All right, guys, and here we are with the close-up of the Vandy Vape Phobia RDA. Now, I just want to start off by saying me and Dave are not professionals at this. We're probably not going to be as good as a lot of those bigger YouTubers with this, but we're still going to give it a go anyway, right?
Yeah, it's our first unboxing.
This is our very first unboxing, and I apologize at any given time it might go out of focus or anything like that. I apologize in advance. So without further ado, let's get this going. I'll have to start taking this wrap off. If I can get it off. There. All right. Now how does this open up here? Like I said, we're going in this blind. So here,
how do boxes work?
Let me figure this out here. How do boxes work?
Does it work like a regular box?
What are boxes?
Oh,
jeez. Come on now. Man, I just woke up not that long ago, so you got to give me a break on there. Okay, so it slides, everybody. It slides.
You forgot to show the outside of the box.
Outside. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. See. Okay, before I do that, here's the outside. As you can see here, the contents is Phobia version 2 RDA, Resin Drip Tip, User Manual, Low Profile Drip Tip, Coil Lead Guide, Spare Parts Bag, which I'm sure has like your spare O-rings and some Allen wrenches or whatever in there. So, yeah.
That's designed by AlexVapes.
Designed by AlexVapes down there, yep. Might be kind of hard to read right there, but, yep. All right. So, you slide it to get it open, everybody. All right. So it's kind of nice and neatly put in there. I like that. Oh, it even has I believe this would be a coil lead cutter, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If I'm mistaken, please correct me in the comments. So we'll put that right over there.
Let's see that.
There we go. Okay, so now you've got your drip tips here.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so yeah, this is more like those, like the donut ones. I've tried them before. There's a lot of people that swear by these. They really enjoy those. They say they're a lot more comfortable. I just don't know if I would really like that because your mouth is so close to the tank and if it gets too hot. But, I mean...
Hot spitback.
Hot spitback, yeah. But, yeah, all right. Then you've got this drip tip here.
That one looks cool.
And we got the clear. Yeah, I like the clear ones. However, the only problem I have with those is you can see all the residue when vaping on the top.
Yep.
So they look cool and everything, but that's the problem that I've noticed. I prefer to get the colored ones. And I'm having a brain fart right now. That is, okay, the resin drip tip is this one, I believe, right? The resin drip tip. Like I said, guys, we're not pros at this, and if I'm wrong, I'm sure there's a couple people screaming at the screen right now, but I think that what that one is anyway. So anyway, let's get to the main attraction here. This, all right, ooh, it's got some good weight to it. It's got some feel that real quick.
Wow.
It's got quite a bit of weight to it. Okay. And then of course this has a drip tip on there as well. So you've got 3 drip tips here that come in here. So that's
There's
pretty
3 of them.
That's pretty cool. Well, you got the drip tip that comes on the RDA itself, and then you've got the other 2 right here.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. So, I mean, it's got kind of a cool logo on there. I love this. I'm a sucker for skulls. So it's got that skull right there on there. It says Phobia. You can tell the airflow. You see the airflow design right there, those 3.
I like the look of it. It looks pretty sweet.
That's really cool. I like that. How does that, We're going in this blind, guys, so I'm just kind of twisting and stuff, just seeing.
See what else is in the box. Probably.
See, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to set that off to the side here real quick. Pull this up and out of there. Okay, so it comes with 2 pre-built coils for you. Triple fused Clapton coils, 27 gauge times 3, plus 38 gauge. So 3.3 ohms, 6 wraps. Recommended power is 50 watts to 60 watts. Cool. Here's your spare parts bag. Oh, sorry, let me get... I'm kind of looking off to the side of the camera because that's how I can see a little bit better. But you've got your screwdrivers here. You've got 1 flathead, 1 Phillips. You've got your spare O-rings in there. And then you've got your adapters here. Spare connection screws there, or however you want to say it. So go ahead and put that off to the side there. And then you got your user manual right here. French. Sorry, I don't speak French. So I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to go through all that, but got the user manual, and that looks like that is it for the contents out of the box. Go ahead and put that on there. So, looking at let me get more in focus here. Sorry, everybody. Kind of looking at this here. It looks like it's very well done. I love the black look. I mean, I can't tell you what colors they all have or anything like that because we're going in this blind. We haven't looked. We were told specifically not to look anything up on this or anything. This is the first time we're seeing it. And honestly, I had never heard of Phobia before prior to this.
The name sounds familiar to me, but...
I mean, the only thing I think of when I think of Phobia is Breaking Benjamin.
Oh.
So, but yeah, looks so far, you know, without looking on the inside on the build deck, it looks so far pretty well made. All right, so I grabbed this mod here. That way we can screw this sucker on here, and I don't think, yeah, so we don't have the squonk pin in there yet, so we won't be able to squonk yet, but that's fine. We just want to get a look at this here. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. On the side there, it says Phobia. Got that Phobia right there. That's really cool.
It's an interesting build deck.
Mm-hmm. So here's the build deck. Let me try to get focus a little bit more. It's pretty slick. Come on, get in focus. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, it looks pretty slick in there. So it's got that little design right, or thingamajigger right there. Like I said, we're not pros at this. So you put the squonk pin in it, and I'd assume then it's just going to leak into those God, brain fart, into the, what am I trying to say? Help me out here, Dave.
The what now?
You're going to fill it up, and then the juice is going to go into the, in there. Anyway.
I sprayed your brain. Afraid for it got.
This is what happens when I try to shoot a video right after I wake up. Anyway, but yeah, I like that. So let's go ahead and let's start getting a build on here because I'm excited to give this one a go. So far I'm pretty impressed with the build of this, with how it's made. It's interesting.
Machining and everything.
The machining is looking pretty good.
It's come apart any other. Oh yeah, what about the airflow and stuff on that?
So the airflow, I was kind of messing with that here. I was trying to turn it and everything, and now I got it. It was just, it's newer, so it's got you can tell the airflow right there. I'm moving it. It's a little, quite a bit of tension in there, which I like that though. I just don't want too much tension. I'm assuming maybe once you get liquid in there, it might make it move a little bit easier, kind of like lube it up a little bit. So it's different airflow as compared to what I'm used to using. Obviously, it'll show up on the other side the same way.
Juice
Oops.
well.
Juice well. Yeah, okay, we just thought of it. Yes, juice well. That's what we're talking about right in there. So
The brain
it's hard to get this in focus.
cloud one way. Just put your hand like behind it if you need to. I think to get it closer.
There you go. So, yeah. Let's see here. Does this come off? If you want to change the drip tip. Whew, that's...
So is both of those like a low profile drip tip?
Can't get that one off. Might have to pull it real hard off camera here. Say what now?
Is that black one looks like it was a little kind of a low profile drip tip too?
It does a little bit. Kind of like
Kind of like that other one, yeah.
kind of like that one. I'm assuming this would go down a little bit more. We'll have to try to get this drip tip off. I'm assuming I'm gonna cut it right there. You see the like spiky things or whatever on the side? I wonder if they lock it in somehow.
Well, there's the part without the airflow control. There isn't a tool to undo this, is there?
I didn't see one in there. No.
Yeah, I think this is all one piece. That's kind of a unique drip tip.
Okay.
Comes off different than we originally thought.
Okay. So we had to get off camera to get that that tip off of there, but as you can see, we got that off. It's kind of it's kind of interesting on how that works there. And then we got the top.
The O-rings inside the top itself, up there. What grips the drip tip, basically.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you can switch those up. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's get a build on here, and let's get that rolling so we can get to the fun part and testing this sucker out. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to David on the close-up here, so that because he's quite a bit better than me at building and wicking. So here we go.
All right, guys. So just kind of doing a little bit of off-camera looking at how this is set up. We went ahead and decided to put this drip tip on, the little donut, because neither Nathan or I have tried one with that.
Not a lot of experience with it.
And I hope I don't burn my mouth off doing that. But yeah, this is the one that was on it. It's kind of interesting. It's got kind of a gear type bottom to it. So I thought it actually came off like right above that.
I was almost thinking that it was a locking mechanism for the drip tip.
Well, yeah, that's what I say. Is there a tool or something we need for it? And this is the frost, as I said. It's not, because we got a clear one over here, and it's a little bit more clear than this one. So, yeah, just comparison. As far as the build deck goes, kind of looking at it now, I guess we haven't looked at the manual or anything, but just guessing. Yeah, it looks like you pretty much just unscrew these and probably just put the end of it.
Looks like it's a drop in, kind of like the dead rabbit, the drop and the drop dead kind of thing.
And I can kind of tell by looking in there, there's two different sides, which I assume is positive and negative. So you got positive on one side, negative on the other side, because they're, can you see that? There's two different colors there. Inside there.
Yeah. I
assume that's what that's for. And there's like a little white line that surrounds the one side, so.
I'm looking while you're doing this.
He's gonna verify, but
yeah,
you can kind of probably see it on there. So I'm assuming when we're building, what we're gonna want, basically legs for one coil over this side, legs for the other coil on this side. So
we should take it out and put the squonk pin in, because that's what we're gonna ultimately be doing. So we'll want to do that. Okay.
Yeah, because you can see inside there, if you put the squonk pin in, yeah, it's going to come out the sides of that little center deal. So, if he wants to do it that way, let's do that. We can use the newly branded Rage squonk. It's one Nathan used to use.
SpitBack.
How about that? We can use that though. Find the squonk pin in there.
Let's see that build back here real quick.
Dump this stuff out.
Okay, so you were talking the coils going here. Like this. Because it.
Yeah, well, one coil here, one coil here.
Okay, yep, you're right. Yeah.
Just basically one leg on the positive, one on the negative.
Yep.
Alright, so looking closely here, out of the package, it's the Allen key for loosening these up. We're going to put the squonk pin in first, so we're going to go ahead and use this. Maybe. That sucker's tight on there. There we go. Oh, it's got an insert in there too. Is that normal? I guess I've never put a squonk pin in. When you take this one out, does it usually you have to take the bottom part out too?
I don't know if I've seen that either.
It's got like because it's still got a flat head in there too. But yeah, this didn't fit after I took that out. The threading's too large. So I assume we have to take this part out of it too. Maybe.
Okay, where's the squonk pin?
I don't have a...
Is this the squonk pin? No.
That was the big one right there.
Okay.
Will
this fit in there with...
No. As I said, the threading is too big. Because you can see the size, just look at the size difference between those. I'm going to need a bigger screwdriver because this one is not big enough to do it.
I think that it would have came with what you need. They normally do.
I don't think this is loosening it. No, it's just fitting around the inside. Phillips ain't doing nothing. Phillips are for
Let me get a good look at that on the inside. It's hard to see over here. What the fuck?
So the flathead it came with was able to unscrew the initial pin that was in there. And you can see the size difference in the threading. It looks like there's another insert inside the bottom of that uses a flathead. But this flathead that came with it is too small. I don't have a bigger flathead down here, I don't think.
Well, it doesn't.
So I don't know if that's normal or not. If you put squonk pins in like the dead rabbit, has it?
It wasn't like, I don't think it was like this.
Was it normally like the same size as what the pin that came out of it?
It didn't.
Unless they're supposed to come out together and it just didn't because it's new.
Maybe that's it. Maybe screw it back in.
Well, I don't think it's going to do us any good, though.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you have to take that whole deck off.
No, I think it just needs a bigger screw, a flathead. Something wider than that came with it.
That's messed up. They should have given...
Okay, we're back. Alright, so I ended up having to go find another screwdriver. One that was a little bit wider. And this looks like it's coming right out now.
Boom.
Maybe.
Hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
Zing.
That's just gotta fall out. Wow.
Again, hanging on by a thread.
There he goes. Alright.
See, that was completely harmless.
Yeah.
No problems whatsoever.
So, yeah, basically, I'm not sure what the point of that is.
You don't put that one in there, do you?
Yeah, this is the one that came out of it. This is what was screwed into at the bottom. When I first unscrewed it, that first part came out. So is there like a different type of connection inside of some mods that require that, or?
Oh. Well, yeah, you don't want that on there, though. Because the liquid wouldn't be able to come through.
No, that's not the squonk one.
Oh.
That's the one I pulled out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was telling Dave, a lot of the RDAs that I've gotten already had the squonk pin already in them. That's why we're having, so many questions about this.
So the squonk pin, I just put that in, and it uses the Allen key to screw in.
That's interesting. Yeah, if any of you guys know what the purpose of having that, extra connector in there, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, because we're not sure. It's kind of a strange deal, but yeah, see, is the one inside of another.
Interesting.
I don't know if there's certain mods that kind of adapt to, and I guess we could always look at the instructions too. It might tell us.
It could. Yeah, it could base upon the connection too. Give it more of a connection. I don't know. Like we keep saying, we're going in this blind. Well, so we're you're learning with us.
See, normally they stick out a little bit. And that other one that was in there, it was inside. So it just seems kind of odd, but
I don't get that.
Well, we got the squonk pin in.
We're now we're back on track here, ladies and gentlemen.
Moving forward.
All
right, so we'll get the Allen key back out here. And that's what the ones that are pre-installed. Should I leave these ones in then? Or do you want the Phillips ones in there?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Whichever.
Yeah, we'll just leave these in here.
I mean, the Phillips, obviously, from what I've seen, is more common, but that it doesn't matter. They're both going to connect the same.
I kind of like the Allen key better than the little tiny screwdrivers. See, I have a Dead Rabbit, I think, has just flatheads.
Yeah.
Which I always end up using the screwdriver to do them. Alright, so we've got a couple of fuse clappings here. And yeah, I'm assuming that's what this thing is.
I'm pretty sure that's a coil lead cutter or whatever.
So this being on here, it must have a locking mechanism in there. Okay. how high do they want them?
Close to probably the middle
I'm
of the
gonna trim
airflow.
these up some. You want to give me those wire cutters? That one shot like a bullet. This is what I hate about fuse claps. It's little hairs.
Yeah. But they sure are good.
Yeah, can't really beat them. So I'm just trying to kind of guess of put the bottom on. No, I can't get it off.
Well, shoot, you don't want it on there for squonking.
Right. Well, I was just using it to unscrew it. Well, I guess we're gonna have to build anyway, aren't we? Well, give me that. As you can see, we're totally unprepared for this.
Mm-hmm. We're going in blind, completely blind. That means not prepared.
And like I said before, this is the Rage, right?
Yep.
Rage. We got some coffee in there, coffee juice. I'm not gonna squeeze that yet, though.
Coffee.
So
Yeah.
I guess I've never used one of these. Is that?
I haven't either. I've just seen them on reviews. I usually eyeball it myself, and
I'm just trying to see how tall this would be. We'll go 5.
Yeah.
Sound good?
sounds good.
I've never used one of these coil measure thing. What do you call them again?
There's a specific name. Again, let us know in the comments if you know the specific name for it. But it's something along the lines of a coil lead cutter or something like that.
I guess that would make sense.
Yeah. I've been actually looking to buy one of those, so that's perfect that it came in there. And it's been kind of hard for me to find where to buy just that.
It's just a piece of plastic.
Right, yeah. But it does come in handy, though,
If I had a 3D
once you know how to
printer, I'd
use
make
it.
one.
Huh?
So if I had a 3D printer, I'd make one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
How's that look?
Looking pretty good.
Just don't want to make it too tall.
Yeah, we got it. Compared to the airflow. I've always been told that you want the coils
Pretty
by
much
the
right
airflow.
It looks like it's going to be right up next to it.
Obviously, you don't want it touching, but
Right.
you want it close to the airflow. From what I was told, I could be wrong, but that's how I build mine. Everybody seems to have their own kind of ways and techniques of building. I'm sure, like, maybe the way David's doing things right now might not be exactly what you do, how you build, but there's a science behind it, which is kind of cool. It's just everybody has pretty much their own ways.
Science.
Science. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill. I miss watching him in high school.
You're showing our age.
Again. Bill Nye, the science guy.
Even though the person that gave this to us is probably just laughing.
Probably.
Age.
30's the new 16, though.
And 16 is the new retired.
And yeah.
This is almost a little high.
Yeah, those look about as high as what mine are. And on the Dead Rabbit, I noticed my coils have to be kind of higher to reach that airflow.
So building wise, being, what do you call it? This is a postless, right? Postless deck.
Postless.
Meaning it doesn't
Yeah, I think
have
so.
anything
Yeah.
in the middle. It's just kind of all.
You made it look real easy. I mean, was it pretty easy building?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I mean, it seemed like it was
painless.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's easy access. You know, there's no trying to maneuver wires through it or anything. But I gotta straighten. You want me I forgot what it's called. The coil measure thing. Our proper lingo.
Yeah, it's not going to be on par. As long as we know what we're talking about and you know what we're talking about, that's all that matters. That's it.
But the viewers probably don't. They need proper terminology, don't they? Let us know in the comments
for
below.
the most part. That's what the comment section's for, everybody. To correct our mistakes.
Right.
Which in this video, there's probably going to be quite a few. This, like David said earlier, this is our first unboxing, full blind review and build. So you'll just hope everybody cut us some slack. We'll get better as we go. More practice.
What do you think so far? As far as the blind unboxing aspect to it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been interesting. I'll say that.
That god dang squonk pin. Yeah. It's the only thing that's given us problems so far, and I think that was just our own.
And it's new.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, it could have got stuck. I just don't know what that deal is.
Yeah, I really hope somebody lets us, clarifies that for us in the comments so we can understand more.
Drawing a blank. Sorry. Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess there we go. Got it built. How does it look? I'll Nathan look at it here. And
I'm off camera here, checking it out.
Judging me.
Do we want to get them more even, or?
I can do that once I heat them up too.
I think that looks good though. They're about equal, close to the airflow. So far though, I mean, I'm just going based off the looks and everything without testing it. I love the machining so far. Looks nice. I wasn't off camera and everything looking at it. I don't really see any dings or anything of that sort. What ohms is it running at?
It is reading a 0.16.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm a fan of like a 0.15 ohms. That's usually what I like to run. Now the fun pulsing part.
Right.
Pulsing for me is like kind of a hit and miss. Some of them pulse damn near perfect right off the bat. Other like with very little tinkering. Others literally have taken me a good 15 minutes to pulse them. Normally I've noticed the bigger the coils, the harder it is to pulse, just in my opinion. And obviously with pulsing, you don't want to start off too high because you'll burn the coils out.
I've got it on a 20.
So yeah, 20 would be
generally what I turn it down to, depending on the coil. There's some that I've, those freaking aliens that we absolutely love. I have to turn that up to 30 to get it to even heat up.
Who absolutely loves those?
I was being sarcastic. Okay, Neither one of us.
I was going to say, come on now. I hate those alien coils. I know a lot of you guys love them. That's more power to you. It's personal preference, but I'm just not a fan.
Nope.
My opinion, you just can't beat a fused Clapton.
Probably as good as it gets, right?
For now. I mean, it's very innovative, though, the vaping company business. I mean, they're constantly coming out with better stuff. You just never know. Give it another year. What are they going to have?
So they come out with a new,
better
way of mesh.
Exactly what I was going to say is that before you know it, they have the profile out there that has mesh and RDAs. I'm not a fan of it. I know a lot of people like Rip Trippers and everybody swear by it. I just don't really right now care for mesh and RDAs, but for my tanks, there's nothing but mesh in my opinion. Mesh is just amazing. But someday I think they're going to have mesh for RDAs mastered, and that might take over, maybe, the coils. You never know. What David's doing right now is another technique people use for pulsing, you know, just kind of scraping lightly over top, kind of helps, and then squeezing them. I've also heard of people putting the, you know, the tool, where is the tool? The tool that you're using to maneuver the coils around. I've seen people like put that in and out, kind of helps also.
That's probably just kind of another scraping technique.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of different things to do. I don't know the science behind it, though. I don't know exactly, like, what you're doing there. I don't know
it's
how it all
supposed
works.
to help with, like, even the spacing of it, I believe.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Because basically, it's, you know, the spacing is almost microscopic level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're tight.
So we can't see it with a naked eye, so doing that kind of just makes it...
And you're still a fan of spaced more than tight,
Yeah.
right?
I've been using normal ones lately.
Really?
It looks like it's heating up pretty evenly now.
Looking pretty good. One step closer to vaping.
Yeah. So there we have it.
Are we reading any different? Because a lot of times ohms will change after pulsing.
No, still showing
0.16?
0.16.
All right, cool.
I know it did kind of fluctuate a little bit there as I was heating it up, but it went back to the same, so.
Awesome.
Perfect. Judge, look good to you?
Well, from my angle, it almost looked like it was still glowing. The left and the right far
didn't color.
I was like, okay, is there a short or something? What's going on?
Well, that one just didn't fire right away.
No, they look
as
good.
the other one.
They look good. I like it.
All right.
Now the fun part of wicking.
We'll let it cool off here for just a second. And
Oh, what are you talking about? You put it in when it's hot, right?
No,
That's what you're supposed to do.
Totally not.
You don't. You want a fire.
Don't listen to him. You might catch a fire if you do that. So.
Yeah, do not do that. I'm joking.
So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause the camera and I'm gonna go ahead and make I don't know, make some wicks or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
get some cotton going, and we'll get it prepared here while this cools off. All right, we're back.
Boom.
I made some cotton to put in here, so we'll go ahead and wick it now and
wick it good.
It's cooled off. I just touched it. Luckily, it was cooled off.
Plenty of time for it to cool off.
The wicking I did is kind of a Scottish roll. That's what you call it, right? Scottish roll?
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a tightly rolled one, and these coils, I don't remember the exact size, but they're like 3.5 or 4.
Yeah, I would assume maybe around the 4 diameter.
Yeah.
I got David doing the wicking because, as I said before, he's way better at wicking than me. I'm getting there. I'm getting up there, though.
Tight, but not too tight. All right. Now the juice.
Said, by the way. That is what she. I had to say it. I was just waiting for it. That is what she said.
That's what she said. Okay, Michael Scott.
That's what she said.
That reminds me of high school. Kind of measuring them out. Usually I like to just kind of aim for the bottom of the juice well, kind of where to cut it. Some people like to kind of fold them in there, and I just like the tips to touch. That's not what she said.
Oh, you caught me. You know, sitting here just watching them off camera, I have nothing better to do than wait for times for me to say that's what she said.
Is that good? Not too short, I hope.
Yep. Looks like it should be good.
Okay. Sorry, that's not really in camera very well, but YouTubers don't lie when they say things are a lot harder to do in the center of the camera than, because For certain things, I can look through the camera and do, but it's easier to see from the eye around the side of it. So.
And we'll be posting some pictures to our Instagram also, so you can kind of see behind the scenes pictures of what we're talking about, how we have everything set up here. So be sure to check that out.
At SpitBack Reviews.
SpitBack Reviews.
Yeah, these ones are rolled tight, so.
A lot of fluffing.
A lot of fluffing. A lot of fluffing. Take like half the cotton off. Just fluffing it. Some people are against that, but that's how I've always done it, so. And as you see there, I just accidentally pressed the button. That's why you make sure you turn your mod off, or better yet, take the batteries out.
Yep.
So you don't burn yourself.
Safety first, kids.
Kids should not be watching this.
Safety first, everybody. Vapors. Safety first, all you
Adults.
of age vapors out there.
If you're under, depending on your state, 21, 18, whatever.
Are you telling me some states require you to be 21
Oh, yeah.
to vape? I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's
Or just tobacco law in general.
That's
basically
crazy.
What it is. Yeah, I didn't realize that either until I was watching some other videos, and they
That
say
is
you must be
crazy.
21 to purchase vape products and such. Learn something new every day. That is a very kind of a tight fit. The juice well is kind of deep. It's kind of interesting.
That's what she
If you didn't hear that, he said that's what she said. It whispered it. Perfect timing.
Oh,
I gotta watch what I say. Apparently.
depending where your mind's at, you can make anything work.
True. True story. The funny part is I have actually just finished rewatching The Office again.
Oh, see, that's perfect. That's perfect.
So
See, right now I'm in the middle of rewatching my favorite, beyond favorite TV show, Supernatural, which I just found out,
yeah.
spoiler alert,
it's not really a
they're
spoiler.
ending after the 15th season.
Yeah.
I'm very upset by that.
Not really a spoiler because the main characters kind of announced it on.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, and like, in case anybody that watches our show hasn't heard it yet,
Yeah.
that's what's going on. So it sucks.
I used to watch that a lot in like the first few seasons, and then I kind of got bored because they kept rehashing things over and over. And
Yeah, it gets good.
yeah, I hear that everybody's like, well, once you get past that part, it gets good again. And I just
That's every show, I think. They have their boring parts. And then it gets good, and then it gets boring. You got to have your drama, Phil, in every show. I like Vampire Diaries, but it's got so much drama in there. But it's good.
that's what my wife watches.
It's good stuff. Hey, don't judge. Don't judge. It's good.
All right, judge those angel tits here for me.
Those. Oh. Yep, it's off. I clicked it too. Those are really good. You can tell there's a lot of cotton in there. That looks really good. I don't know if you guys can see. He wicked it very well. And yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like those juice wells are pretty deep. Very deep. Which is good. It can hold more liquid. The Dead Rabbit barely has any juice well at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to wicking on.
Yeah. I think we are ready to juice her up and vape it.
Unfortunately, the same juice I have for it that's in here is upstairs, so I'm gonna have to go get that.
Shoot. And we'll be back.
And pasta. Okay, we're back. All right, I've got some Deja Brew here, cinnamon. Highly recommended. We'll probably do a review on it here yet.
It's a good coffee vape.
Yeah, if you like coffee, I keep saying the cinnamon. I guess I haven't looked. Did they have other ones too? The cinnamon one, I always say
sure.
it tastes like Starbucks.
You know, it's good to wake up and take a vape off that. It's like your morning coffee.
Yeah. So generally when I'm doing this, I'll leave out the lower wattage and kind of soak it in the first couple times.
Gosh.
I do have the squonk in there. I'll see if I can
see how it squonks, yeah.
I don't know if you can really see it on camera. You can see it a little bit come up through there.
So it'll just basically just shoot up and it hits that there's like a little divider in there. And then
it kind of shoots off to the sides.
Into the juice wells, which will wick your cotton.
Kind of hard to see in there, but you can see it come up through. So we found that
you're going to want these coils closer together because if you have them the way they are now, they're going to be touching the end of the, what is it, the barrel?
Yeah, I didn't realize that the barrel part, if you looked in there, see how it comes in a little bit. I did not realize it did that. So you have to pretty much squeeze your coils in there.
Because as we said before, you do not want coils touching anything.
Don't
want them touching the barrel.
Yeah.
They should only be, the only thing that should be touching your coils is the cotton, and that is it.
So technically we did this wrong. We probably should have just pulled it all out and redid it, but
improvising.
Yeah, we're just going to improvise here.
And it's good that this happens too. This is good that we did this, is that way you guys can kind of see this and not make the same mistake.
Yeah, don't copy our mistakes.
Don't do what we do.
So, yeah, those are kind of really squeezed in there, but how does that look to you? Doesn't look like it's touching anything, does it?
I don't think so. It might be all right. I mean, it's close. I mean, it's confined in there. It really is.
Yeah.
Really confined. It's kind of hard to see, though, in our lighting down here, but
I just want to make sure it's not
maybe even a little bit more if you can. It seems like those coils are going to have to be, you know, pretty close to each other. Really close.
And, yeah, like I said, these are the, I don't remember, 3.5 or 4 diameter.
Mm-hmm.
So
on the bigger
might not be a very good size coil for this kind of deal if you're trying to get up. Yeah, looks like we're clear now. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Bumped the camera. Let's see how tightly that fits in there.
And when you're doing that too, you want your coils close, but you do not want your coils touching.
Right. Still reading the same, so I think we should be good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and like David was doing there, check to make sure nothing's shorting or anything like that. Kind of keep a close eye on your ohms. If the ohms keep fluctuating all the time, there might be an issue after pulsing anyway. Maybe a connection issue.
Smells good.
I can smell that over here. It smells really good. It smells like I just walked into Starbucks.
Stupid focus. I could taste it just up here.
Yeah, this Deja Brew, it's really potent. It's really strong.
All right.
I think we're ready to rock.
We're ready to give her a shot. We'll leave it wide open first. This does have the adjustments. You can see, just kind of closes off one of those notches at a time. Basically, is how it works.
And I believe it's doing the same thing on the other side too. Is what you're doing.
Yeah, same. Does it doesn't have an option for just the one side. It's all sides or none. But as you can see, the airflow holes are pretty large, and we've got the coils right next to them. So
perfect.
All right, we'll go up top here and show you some vapor production. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back up top. It is
time.
Vaping. Yeah, it is time.
It is the time you've all been waiting for.
We haven't vaped on it yet, but we got it on the Rage Squonker here.
With the donut drip tip.
With the donut. Freshly wicked. We had a couple mistakes as far as the build goes. Just a design thing. Guess we should have paid attention to that first.
Well, and also mistakes on our end, just from lack of experience with stuff as far as the squonk pin, getting that in there. But more practice.
Yep. Alright, so I'll go ahead and go first here. We do have the donut on there because neither one of us have used those. So we've heard good things.
Yep.
We'll give that a try. And then we're going to kind of compare them to the Dead Rabbit because we're both using Dead Rabbits.
Yep.
And that's
Daily.
kind of what we use on a normal basis. So as far as giving our rating, that's what we're going to be comparing them to. I know there's lots of other RDAs out there, but being what we have and have used, and since we both use the same thing, I think that's probably the best comparison we can do. So got this on 40 watts right now. That's usually where I start off. So
Airflow's wide open too, right?
Yep, airflow's wide open. It's very wide open.
It's loud.
If you didn't hear the whistling of it, I didn't really feel like I got very much out of it. I'm gonna crank it up to 50 here. Because one of my gripes on the Dead Rabbit was the airflow being wide open was a little too much open. So it could be a situation with this one too, but
that's way louder than the Dead Rabbit.
Oh yeah, that's still way too wide open. I don't know. You want me to close it off some, you think?
Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, that very loud, very, very loud airflow on there.
Okay, I'm gonna close it down to the 2 notches on both sides.
Good airflow or cloud production.
Yeah, I'm gonna close it down to 1 here too.
So you're gonna have 1 open, just 1 notch open.
Right.
Okay.
Well, maybe. I don't know if you can. Interesting. Because once you go past the 2, there's 2 open. It opens up that.
You have to turn it, like, keep turning it.
Well, that's
same
just
way?
gonna open up the whole side. And the other way doesn't make any difference. Unless you think that'll really make any difference if I do that? I can try it, I guess. So I guess one thing we're noticing is trying to dial it down to just the 1 hole out of the 3. It does do the 1, but then it ends up opening
the first one again.
A wide open one by the cotton rather than by the coil. I guess I'll try it, see if it is any different.
It's a lot quieter. A lot quieter.
That's the one. I like that one the best.
Yeah, we're both the same. We like it more restricted. More of a restricted airflow. I mean, it's still loudish. I don't know how well you guys can hear it on your on the screen, but it's not as bad. Not nearly as bad as it was before. I'm going to go ahead and squonk it some more just to be safe.
Yeah.
So you're at 50 watts. Is that safe?
Yeah.
You're happy with 50 watts?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine for me. Yeah. That's usually what I do. Vape the coffee on anyway. So.
I never thought that I would like that donut, but that is actually kind of nice.
It's kind of different, yeah.
It does not look like it would be comfortable, and you'd be touching, the actual RDA, and it gets hot sometimes, but I don't think I'm even touching it.
Mm-mm.
I might try it. We're still at 0.16 ohms.
Yep. Yeah,
I
didn't change at all.
I'm gonna go to 55. Try that.
I'm messing with the instruction manual.
Okay. I'm wondering. Okay, the cotton does look pretty saturated. Kind of tasted like it was dry.
And that seems to do that if you turn it up too much. From my experience on the coffee. That's why I usually leave it right around 50, because that's where it works best.
Just
why.
Okay, so that's wide open, or that's all the way shut.
Yeah, I say you can close it all the way off, but I couldn't get the one.
I'm just messing around here with the airflows, seeing if because it still felt too open for me.
Yeah, I know.
At first, I thought it was going to be okay, but
I think that's my biggest gripe about it at the moment. And there's no way you can close off just the one side either, unfortunately.
I got it a little bit more closed.
Yeah, like cracked.
Yeah, yeah. But it cracks two of them, though. It's not just limited to the one, like David was saying.
Yeah, it doesn't have that option.
You get to where it closes one, it opens another. So I've got it to where just two of them are cracked, which would basically add up to one of them being half, pretty much. So I'm not vaping it. I'm just testing the airflow.
No.
That setting right there is basically where I like to have it. So.
Which is, yeah.
You see what I mean? Like,
barely the two. Yeah.
If you put them together on one, it would be like equivalent to like one whole being half.
Yep, there you go.
So yeah,
Yep.
it's the good I like that restriction right there. So I think we're ready to rate.
Yeah. So first rating, cosmetics, the way it looks. I think I like it. I'm a big fan of the flat black color. That's kind of what Dead Rabbit we
That's what
have
I've got on
too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of like that. I don't like the glossy because it ends up getting fingerprinted all up and things like that. It doesn't, it's not too obstructive with their logo. I mean, they don't have it. It's engraved on there, and I do like the whole skull for the O on the Phobia, but you can barely see it. The design, the airflow holes, it's very simplistic, but it kind of has that industrial look in my opinion. I think this would look pretty cool with the frosted tip, honestly, that came with it. As far as the donut, it is something new. I'd have to probably get used to it to and use it on a normal basis. Because it's just a different shape. The frosted tip one is more like a normal one.
Standard,
standard that we use.
810. 510. 510.
Yeah, compared to the Dead Rabbit, that's, like I said, that's what we're going to kind of compare them to. I guess we didn't even look at the size. Like, is it?
It looks like
the size is pretty much almost the same.
Yeah. What is the size of it here? Should have.
Comparing the two, they are minus the drip tip. They're pretty much almost exactly the same. It looks like. the Phobia. Well, no, they look pretty much exactly the same size.
Yeah, I'm like on the Rage, no hangover.
Yeah.
Or anything on there.
I'm gonna give just the cosmetic side of it. Eight it, or from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and being the super awesome. I'm gonna give it a 7 for just the cosmetic side of it for right now.
Okay.
What about you?
Cosmetic side, and you pretty much nailed it. About everything I was gonna say. You know, like you said, I don't want to repeat everything you said, but I really like the logo. You know, I really enjoy that. I love how you take this off, and on the build deck, it even has the 2 logos on there. Also, it looks really cool. It looks pretty sharp with the donut on there. And I'd assume, yeah, it's going to look really cool with the frosted kind of standard drip tip on there. And I like the color. Like we said, we don't know what other colors are available. There could be a variety of different colors. I'm assuming there are, but this is all blind, so we don't know. But I love this color. What is it called? The flat black?
Flat black, yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll probably, if there are other colors, I might throw some screenshots up in post-production.
So yeah, as far as the cosmetics go, though, you said a 7, right?
Right. Yeah, because it doesn't pop out, like it's not like super awesome, you know, oh wow, that looks cool, or anything. It's very simplistic, but it is, you know, a flat black, and then just the design of it alone, I think is pretty neat. So.
Well, I mean, as far as on our suck meter goes, then you'll probably see that around here somewhere. I'm gonna have to give this a rating of, I'll go with an 8. I like it, you know. I like the simplicity of it. I like the skulls. I'm a sucker for skulls. So that's probably why when I was going to say 7, but that's probably why I would bump up to 8, because I like the logo. I like the skulls. So, yeah.
I like the fact that they have it on there where you can barely see it unless you really looked.
Yeah.
See, that's with the Dead Rabbit. It was cool, like your custom one. But having the actual logo on there, bright silver, I don't know. I mean, their logo's kind of cool, but I think they have one that is not like that.
Yeah, you can get some that are all black.
Yeah,
just
I'd
like
probably
this.
like that.
So.
I just don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against the companies or anything. It's just
personal preference.
Yeah.
So what's the next? We'll rate this now on functionality.
Functionality. Well, or should we do the build side of things?
Build side of things. Okay. Well, you were the one that built on there, right. But I watched it all and made a lot of, that's what she said, jokes.
So are we including what contents and everything too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we'll include all that with there. So
there's that drip tip issue.
The drip tip issue,
or not the drip tip issue, but the
squonk pin issue that we ran into. It doesn't come with
the regular pin issue, technically.
Right? Yeah, because what we found, nothing came with it that could get that was didn't have a flathead screwdriver big enough to unscrew that. So if like most people squonk now, and you know, so they're gonna typically want to put the squonk pin in there. So that right there is an issue that arose. As far as the building goes, though, based upon what I seen with David, it seemed like it built very fast. It was painless, pretty simple. So as for a rating on the building wise, I would have to give it another 8. It seemed very painless, you know. So, yeah.
Okay. Being the one that actually built on it, I kind of wish I would have separated this into 2 different categories, but yeah. As far as the initial issues, which the packaging, you know, didn't, like he said, didn't come with the screwdriver. It came with all that. It's just I don't know what that little extra thing in the regular pin was for, but once you get past that, I have usually use a third-party screwdriver set anyway. So,
and most people I would assume do that build. So,
but as far as the deck itself, I really like it. Like, just there's nothing there. It's completely postless. Like, it's weird. I don't know. It's like there's nothing there. You just
drop it in. Screw it.
I mean, it came with the little post measure thing.
Oh yeah, the lead cutter.
Lead cutter.
Coil lead cutter. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me. But
it came with that, which is very helpful. Trying to get the right size that you want. I know after we got together, it wasn't pushed in far enough, but that was my mistake for not looking of how the barrel was kind of in. I don't know how you say it. Inset a little bit. So I'm gonna go. I was gonna, being the little issues there, I'll give it an 8 though still, because it was really easy to build on.
Mm-hmm. I think that makes up for the
once
fact
you get
that
past,
we had the squonk pin issue.
After this first time, if I were to pull everything out and build it again, I'll probably know exactly what I'm needing to do, and it'll probably be no problem at all. Like I mentioned before, these coils I think might be slightly too big diameter-wise for this. I mean, they fit. They're very tight in there, but they fit.
Works.
But yeah.
I think the next category we should do is flavor.
Flavor.
Yep. How does it do on flavor? We both have experience vaping on the Deja Brew, which is what we have in here. We vaped on the Deja Brew in the Dead Rabbits as well as some other RDAs. So we already know how it's a good comparison. We already know how it tastes in those. We're going to compare the Dead Rabbit flavor pretty much to the flavor of the Phobia here is basically what we're going to do for this rating. So as far as the flavor goes with this, I'm going to have to... it's going to be a little bit lower, honestly, because I don't really care for the flavor off of there, honestly. So I'm going to have to give that a rating of a 5 as far as flavor goes. It's got the flavor and everything. It's decent, but it's just not, like I always say, punching me in the face. So, yeah.
And I'm right with Nathan there. I'm probably gonna give it a 5 too. Actually, I'm right. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. Mm-hmm. And I think part of it might be the airflow. You think?
I think that has a lot to do with it.
The design for the airflow. I mean, that could have probably been put in kind of the. Well, no, we didn't really have a category for that would have fit into.
For the airflow? Yeah. I mean, that almost needs to be a whole separate category. But, I mean, without doing it, though, I think me and David both agree that the airflow functionality is poor.
Yeah.
We don't really, and maybe we're doing it wrong. I don't know. This is all blind, but
we have it. I'm on my Dead Rabbit. I usually have my airflow cut off, anywhere from 3/4 to half of the way, completely cut off.
I'm the same way.
And to trying to make this kind of equivalent to it, we have like just a little sliver on the two that it lets us have it on, because it won't let us go to 1. So I guess could be pretty much compared to a 1, but yeah.
And it's loud.
Yeah, it's very even on just the 2, it was loud.
It's probably one of the loudest ones that I've ever vaped on.
Yeah, it just seemed like those. And then when I wide open, it felt like I was just sucking on air. Yeah. There was nothing there. So. And
I would be willing to try different flavors on there too. Maybe it's just the Deja Brew. I haven't vaped it for a long, long time. I still almost have like a full bottle at home, and that's the one bottle that I've bought of it. So I would be willing to try different flavors on there, maybe with different coils too. Like David was talking about, the big diameters might not work as well with this. There's just a lot of variables that come into play with this. Maybe it would bump it up some.
Yeah, it could be we're brand new to this one, so I mean, it's like with the dead rabbits, you know, we've, you know, built on them for years more now.
A lot of experience with those.
So we've, you know, you kind of got to play with it as you go to find what works.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I'm not done.
That was good. That was good.
Also with the donut, that's another new for us, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I kind of want to get one. You know, like put that sucker on my dead rabbit. I like it.
Really work with the dead rabbit.
I don't know
because it's not flat topped.
Yeah.
The dead rabbit kind of has a. I mean, it would probably fit on there, but.
Right. Yeah. But I'm liking that donut. I didn't think I would, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's not bad, and I could definitely. Yeah, it's definitely comfortable, but something to get used to, and that's like even with when I started with the RDAs, it was different to get used to. I was used to, you know, the old tanks that had like the long.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, it's like sucking on a straw. Yep. Trying to go back to that now.
Yep. Was there any other categories then that we're maybe missing to rate on this beast?
I don't think so. I think that pretty much. I mean, I guess an overall, if you want to.
Overall, overall rating for this then, I'm gonna have to go with. I'll go with it's between a 6.5 and a 7, so I'll go ahead and say 7. I'll give this a 7.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's good, but not as good as and like we said before, maybe we did something wrong. I don't know, like. Maybe we changed the coils in a different flavor or something. I don't know. But I probably would not buy it, in my opinion. But, I mean, I'd vape on it still. It seemed like it had really good cloud production and everything, too. But
maybe something just have to experiment with. And
it's something, yeah. I mean,
some different builds or something work.
We have no research on this whatsoever.
Yeah, this is completely blind. I mean... I didn't even really know the name of it until he brought it. So. Right,
and also we found that this is the version 2 RDA. So we forgot to mention that at the very beginning, but this is the version 2 Phobia. So.
Anything to add? Or?
I think we pretty much nailed it. If there's anything that we missed or any questions that you guys might have on this, please let us know in the comments below. Also, along with that, if you guys have any recommendations of, any RDAs that we need to try, any juices that we need to try, any vape related, things that you guys want to see us review or build or anything like that, please let us know in the comments.
If you want to send those devices our way, if you're local, just let us know. If you want to send them, just send us a message and I'll get you a P.O. box.
Yep.
Shout out to Kelly. He's manager over at the Vape Tape. Personally got this to us because he wanted to see our review on it. So
shout out to you, Kelly.
Yeah.
You the man.
If we missed anything, I apologize.
Yeah,
we're kind of winging this. You know, we don't really normally have some sort of semi-script outline to go by, but.
And I'm sorry, Kelly, that if you had a stroke or anything in the middle of us messing around with it, you're probably like, you guys are so stupid.
We're not experts like you.
You should have been doing this, or maybe you did. So apologize.
Yeah.
Don't beat me up, please. So, awesome.
Yeah. If you like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell notification so you get notifications on when we upload new content. I said that kind of slow, but...
You've been home, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, all right.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's what she said. You've been owned. That's what she said. That's what people say after sex now. You've been owned. High five.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. How much?
And cut.
can't hide it. And I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I'm so excited.